Welcome to grantherbert.com and to your Lawyers Becoming Leaders online training. I've worked with thousands of lawyers and attorneys around the world, and here's what I've found. Lawyers can significantly reduce conflict, manage stress, and increase productivity by developing key leadership skills that were not taught at university. Hi, my name is Grant Herbert, and I help lawyers to have more influence, make more income, and have a bigger impact in their law career. I use the latest findings in the fields of neuroscience, emotional intelligence, and positive psychology to remove the roadblocks and create better results for you and the people around you. At the end of the day, though, I'm just an ordinary guy with an outstanding wife and 5 amazing kids who uses his experience from his own journey of imperfection in my military and corporate careers to empower others to avoid the mistakes I've made. But that's enough about me. Let's talk about you. I'm not sure why you are here today, but what I do know from many years of working with hundreds of lawyers like you is that there is a fair chance you fall into one or more of these common problems. Perhaps you feel like you're in a rut, doing the same old thing every week and not getting any further ahead. Or you feel like you're losing a sense of the real you, eroding away your true identity to please others around you. You might be experiencing relationship issues in your firm, and there is constant conflict and differing views on what's important. You feel like a hamster on a wheel, going through the motions as a small cog in a big machine, and there doesn't seem to be any end in sight. You are successful, but the reward for effort of all the hours of study and practicing law is not giving you the return you are expecting by now. The good news is that it doesn't have to be that way. That's the reason I developed the Lawyers Becoming Leaders program, so that you could have more income, impact, and influence in your law career. Far too many lawyers burn out or make a lower impact in their career than they had hoped for. But it's not your fault. You've been sold a lie. You were taught to work hard, to go to law school, to become a great technician, but not all lawyers have been taught how to deal with everything else it takes to create and maintain a thriving practice. I promise you, those of you who stick with me until the end of this session will know what to do to turn this all around and join the elite 1% in your profession. Let's take a look at 3 signs of a practice that's in trouble or heading there fast. They rely on technical expertise only, convincing people that you are the trusted advisor they need, swapping hours for dollars, with it all being dependent on you turning up and doing the work. Well, it's not all bad. We can fix it. We just need to show you how. It's a journey. Let me map it out for you. I will use my proven R4 roadmap to plan it out with you. It starts by getting clear on what the results are that you want a year from now, and then comparing that to your current reality. That shows you the gap that needs to be filled. Next, you identify the roadblocks that are stopping you from going from where you are now to where you really want to be. The mindsets, behaviors, and self-sabotage strategies you are running, recognizing them for what they really are and rejecting them as being helpful. And now the only step left is to replace what you've been doing with new resources, new beliefs, skills, and strategies that will overcome the roadblocks and get you the results you need. From working with hundreds of lawyers in many organisations, these are the roadblocks I see all too often. You're doing really well as a technical lawyer, so you get promoted to manager. On top of all the effort needed to get your billable hours targets met, you now have to look after a team as well. That takes another whole new set of skills. Your continuing legal education and professional development is heavily biased towards the technical aspects of law, with a token smattering of soft skills. And you are already overworked, and now you need to invest time in other people. This all leads to toxic levels of stress and conflict, and you are not sure if this being a lawyer thing is all it was dressed up to be. There is a better way. It's okay, you can beat the odds and have much different results. Instead of relying solely on your technical expertise as a lawyer, you become an influential leader. Your skills are not limited to technical law. You now have personal, professional, and people leadership skills as well. You lead profitable teams who work well with each other. They want to achieve for you because you inspire and influence them. And you make more income, a bigger impact, and have a greater influence in your career and every area of your life. The resources needed to make these shifts are not taught at law school or in conventional CPD. That's why I wrote this program, the Lawyers Becoming Leaders program. A program that teaches you how to make the 3 strategic shifts that every technical lawyer needs to make to fix the broken practice. Going from process focus to people focus. From selling one-to-one to authority selling, and from swapping time for money to a more profitable leverage delivery model. But that's not all you need to know. To make these shifts, you'll have to make some crucial changes in 3 key areas. I call them the 3 Ps of leadership for lawyers. The first area is your personal leadership, working on your inner game and eliminating unhealthy sabotage strategies. Then there's your professional leadership skills, learning how to get more achieved every day and still having energy left over to enjoy the other areas of your life. The skills required to have a constant flow of paying clients and to stand out above your competition. And finally, there's your people leadership competencies. Going from a place where you feel like people are hard to lead to having exceptional relationships and financial outcomes in your practice without all the conflict and stress that sends you home exhausted all the time. All that and more is covered in my introduction and advanced courses. So how does it work? We build the foundation of all success by starting with the common personal leadership challenges. You worked hard to get into your profession so you could secure a great lifestyle for you and yours, but you find yourself working long hours, sometimes 6 and 7 days a week. You're doing it for your family, but you never get enough time with them. The kids are texting you at work about stuff that's going on in their world and wanting to know when you are coming home. You become someone you're not just to please everyone, and it's all a bit exhausting. Dealing with people stuff rather than just the technical you studied for. And it feels a bit like Groundhog Day. Same stuff, different week. The weeks have rolled into years. And there doesn't seem to be an end in sight. You are your practice, so there's nothing to sell. Through the program, I can help you make some changes now to turn it around. Restoring your life balance. Having enough energy to enjoy being whoever you need to be in every area of your life. Able to handle everything that's thrown at you at work, both technical and people-oriented. On track to achieve what you set out to achieve when you first signed up for this lawyer journey. With a great exit plan to living life on your terms. For those of you who are ready to go to the next level, the advanced course covers the other two P's. Here we install the professional leadership skills. You are a great technical lawyer, one of the best. But it's more than a technical role, isn't it? You have to be able to grow your practice. Always looking for the next client, networking, and doing your best to sell your services. Blending in a crowd of so many lawyers competing for the same piece of the pie. Always on the clock with not enough hours in the day. Keeping up with the work you have already won so your clients stay with you and pay you. So you feel like you have to always be open for business. You find it hard to switch off and relax at night and on weekends. But you can make some changes now to turn it round. You can learn how to wear the right hat at the right time, being who you need to be rather than doing more all the time. You have people lining up to be your client because you stand out above the competition. You become the judge instead of the contestant, only choosing clients that are a best fit for you and your practice. You learn to leverage your effort to produce more with less. So you get to go home on time to be mum, dad, husband, wife, or any other important role you choose outside of work. And you get to take some real time off. You are free from your phone and allow yourself to be fully present and relaxed. The third area we deal with is your people leadership, learning the skills and strategies that remove the angst and uncertainty to help you become a competent and confident people leader. Without these skills, it can be a very different story. You became a lawyer to practice law and to make an impact. Looking after people is not what you signed up for. Feeling like an underpaid referee, putting out spot fires and keeping everyone happy except yourself. Making decisions. Chasing money. Dealing with partners who do not always see the world the way you do. It leaves you feeling overwhelmed and stressed. You feel overworked, underpaid, being controlled by what others want from you all the time. The great news is the Lawyers Becoming Leaders program helps you to make the changes now to turn it all around. You will feel balanced and in control, influencing a great team who want to help you achieve. Your profits increase because you are leveraging your energy and delegating effectively. And you are living life on your own terms. It's like one of my favourite clients, Andrew, a great guy who was very talented in his craft, but he was never fully away from work. He wasn't always confident to lead himself, let alone others. He was doing a great job as a lawyer, but all this extra stuff was taking its toll on him, so he reached out for help. After completing this program, he is now enjoying life to the full again, taking real time off, knowing he has everything in place to take care of what's happening at the office without the need for his involvement because he now knows how to empower his team. So what about you? Are you sick and tired of swimming in the tank with all the other lawyers? Or are you truly ready to take the next step and join the top 1%? What's ringing true for you? What roadblocks do you relate to the most? Is it your thoughts, your beliefs, your self-doubt? Or is it a lack of control over your emotions? Do you need to get better at selling, or is productivity your biggest area for development? Or perhaps you are okay with everything else, but your relational and people skills are not working for you. Are you ready to have more income, more impact, and have a greater influence over your results? Where are you on the lawyer leadership journey? What are the results that you're looking for? How is that different to where you are now? What are the roadblocks that are holding you back? And how will the Lawyers Becoming Leaders program be a great resource for you to overcome those roadblocks and to get those results that you want? Growth starts by getting clarity around your results. So that brings up a really important question. How do you want your life to look in a year from now? So the next really important question is, what is your current reality? How does your life look different to that right now? So now that you know the gap, the next thing to identify is what's stopping you from getting the results you want. What are you doing now to sabotage the results you want? And finally, what resources do you need? What new skills and competencies do you have to master to finally overcome those roadblocks and have more income, impact, and influence 12 months from now? Personal, professional, and leadership skills. 9 crucial shifts around your identity, emotional intelligence, intentionality, performance, positioning, productivity, resilience, relationships, and the way you produce results. There are 3 elements that will make this happen for you. Awareness, removing blind spots and giving you total clarity around what to work on when. Information, the formulas and strategies that have been tested and proven. And implementation, hitting the ground running and acting on what you learn. People who are willing to implement what they learn can have more income, impact, and influence. So what's your next step? How can you get the results you want in your career? Well, you could just take what I've taught you in this session and implement them by yourself. My experience is that most people are not sure where to start. That's okay. Let me help you with the Lawyers Becoming Leaders online program and mentoring. No matter what stage of your career, I have designed this online CPD to meet the needs of emerging leaders and partners in easy to consume, bite-sized chunks that can be accessed on your phone or computer. There are activities and worksheets along the way and a spot under every module to make comments and ask questions. Level 1 is the introductory course that covers the personal leadership competencies. Level 2 is the advanced program that not only has all that's in Level 1, it also teaches the competencies in the professional and people leadership areas. And for those who want to get some live group coaching every month with me, you can add monthly mentoring to either course. So if you are ready to make more income, a bigger impact, and have a greater influence in your career and every area of your life, click on the button below this video and choose the option that suits you best. This is Grant Herbert, and I look forward to taking you on this journey.